Hello and welcome back to The Confused Gamer. My name's Hyperion and I'll be doing a short video on the Smuggler from Star Wars The Old Republic today. I will also be running the StarCraft series, which will be starting in a couple of days' time, and I will stress that actually the entire Confused Gamer team will be running that with me. And we're not brilliant, but we can, from large experience of being destroyed online, we can offer some tips on how to better your skills on the StarCraft game. So today I'll be giving a first look of the Smuggler class on Star Wars The Old Republic, and I'm going to start off by saying that actually I'm not a big fan of the Smuggler class. I think it's quite clunky in a lot of ways, but I will try and give an objective view so you can make your own opinions about the entire thing. What I really do like about the Old Republic is the amount of fully kind of specific cinematics that you get for each class and each race and all that stuff. I think it's really well done. There's a thumbs up to BioWare for doing that, because you get your own starting thing that we all know so well from the Star Wars films. So yeah, I'll be giving an objective view. I'll just be showing you a round of starting quests on the starting world, and just showing you some of the combat and some of the quest mechanics and all of the stuff that you kind of need to know to kind of make a view on the class as a whole, really. So you always get a starting off cinematic, and you'll generally have a guy that you go to kind of do all the quests in the starting zone. And this is your guy. He's rather more friendly than some of the guys, but you'll probably see that he will turn a little bit worse as you progress through the starting world for the Smuggler. And it's also worth pointing out that each person has their own origin world, and once you reach the end of the origin world, you get the weapon that you will be carrying with you for the rest of the time. So if you're a Jedi, then you'll get your lightsaber. If you're a Smuggler, then I think you get a probably full-blown blaster, but it's slightly better for Jedi because you start off with a really crappy Vibra sword or something like that.
Shooting gallery, Captain. Your ship isn't even scratched.
I'll just let you listen to the cinematic.
In the middle of the battlefield. Nice flying.
I owe it all to my lightning reflexes and crackerjack timing.
Clearly had a lot of practice getting shot at. The name's Skavik. I'm picking up those blasters in your cargo hold. Excuse the rush, but need to get out of here quick. This village used to be safe, but the Separatists are taking over. If I were you, I'd hold jets as soon as we're done.
The sooner this is done, the better.
It's also worth pointing out that you get absolute choice of what to say to various people, so you can be varying levels of horrible to people. I generally choose to be horrible because it's just more fun in general, really.
Over the local air defense cannon.
Oh, slow down, Corso. What are you talking about?
They deployed some kind of remote control stations, hijacked the cannon's targeting computer.
It's also worth mentioning that these videos will contain some spoilers because obviously we're kind of playing through the plot with you guys, so you'll be kind of seeing what's happening as it goes along. And so if you don't, there's not really a lot of kind of particularly spoiler stuff going on, but if you don't want to know, then just try playing through, and you can just watch this one because this doesn't give a lot, and it will give you a nice first look at the Smuggler class as an overall figure.
Hope we see you again.
Of course, we're running out of time.
I do find sometimes that the opening cinematics do drag along a little bit. Okay, so we're starting off. We've got our first quest to do. I believe we have to destroy some stations. So generally, you'll have a little area that you start off in, which is a little instance, and then you walk out of that, and you're in the open world area. And generally, I think here I just missed a quest that you have to do. I think objectively speaking, I think they've actually done the blasters in this game quite well, because it's a slightly tricky concept to get right, because in games such as World of Warcraft you'll have a hunter, but he'll have a melee pet that will charge in and engage the enemy whilst you're shooting them, and in this game it's slightly different, and I'm not sure it works quite as well. But as a mechanic, I think it's quite hard to do, so I think actually they've done fairly well with what they've had to work with.
That's affirmative.
So you're generally in the fun kind of starting area. You'll have a guy that you get a couple of starting quests from, and you can go back to every so often.
They've got experts in there with serious jamming equipment.
Yeah, sometimes I find these conversations do drag on a little bit, because it doesn't really add a lot sometimes. But you just get the really cool voice acting, which I think is really good.
But I can't report anything through this interference. I need those separatist jammers neutralized. So if you're headed into the village anyway, maybe you can handle it for us. If you waste those separatist jammers, report back here. I'll see if I can requisition some equipment you could use.
So off we go. Now, when you're going through these starting quests, you want to kill as many trash mobs as you can, because it just means that as you go through, you'll get as much XP as possible, and it means that when you get onto slightly harder quests, because when you get up to sort of level 8 and 9, you'll start getting heroic two-player quests, and you're better off being a slightly higher level for those. So if you kill as many of the mobs as possible whilst you're running around, it means that you'll be as good as you can be for those parts. And actually, I found that when I've been playing on the Sith Inquisitor, I've just really enjoyed the battle mechanics. So I've just been kind of killing people for fun anyway, however sadistic that sounds. So I've destroyed all of the remote control stations, and now I just need to destroy the computer, the signal jammer computers. It's fairly simple, kind of fairly run-of-the-mill starting quests. I think it's worth kind of taking a look around in this game, because the environments that BioWare have created are really rich and really nice, and I think you'll enjoy those things. It's almost an event looking through some of these scenes, because you can kind of, especially when you get to Coruscant after you've been at your origin world, it's you start kind of seeing places that you've seen in films and stuff like that, and it's very it's quite a cool thing. And I think the fact that they've got so much of a backstory established already means that they've got a really good foundation to build this game on. Now I think again I might have gone the wrong way there. Yeah, so this was the first time I'd played the Smuggler open thing, so in fact this was the first time I'd played the game at all, so I was kind of a little bit hesitant. So I think now I need to take down 2 more signal jammers, disable the targeting computer for the anti-air guns that are stopping me from lifting off my ship. I think it's worth forming your own opinion about the battle mechanic for this class, because it's very, especially not so much in this case, but when you get further on, it's very cover based, and if you don't go behind cover, you will be killed. There's not a lot of doubt about that, and it's not a mechanic that particularly fits very well in my brain. So I don't really enjoy playing this class very much. But it's definitely worth forming your own opinion about it, because a lot of people will enjoy this sort of thing. People who've played stuff like Rainbow Six Vegas. I know that's a very different kind of genre of game, but like the sort of cover and move sort of stuff, it's very reminiscent of that sort of thing, and slightly similar to Global Agenda as well, with the kind of blaster combat. So I'm just destroying the targeting computer. Yeah, if all else fails, just shoot it with your blaster. I think that's what he's about to do. Computer's not cooperating. As many computers don't, but generally I don't have a blaster to hand when I'm trying to fix my computer.
Captain, you there? It's Corso. We got trouble back at the hangar.
I leave for a few
One thing
minutes
I
and
really do
everything
like
goes
about
nuts.
the open worlds, the opening origin worlds in this game is that the storylines are very flowing and they work really well. I find you won't be kind of stuck for what to do because they will always kind of follow on from each other. So yeah, now I just need to finish off those quests and return back to the Smuggler guy that I'm supposed to be chatting to finish those quests. Sometimes you'll get a little bit lost, but you'll find on the mini-map it's fairly obvious of where to go, and I'm sure it will become slightly more difficult as the levels go on, because it needs to get more interesting. And but at least you will always have an idea of where you need to be going to complete your quests, and where you need to be kind of collecting various things. You'll also, as you go along, when you enter a new kind of zone, you'll get bonus quests, so that might be kill 10 separatist forces or something along those lines. Those are pretty essential to do, because although they are bonus quests, they give you the same amount of XP as the normal quests, and you don't have to hand them in anywhere. You just get the XP instantly, and it means that you can level a lot quicker. You'll gain experience a lot quicker, and it means, as I said before, that you'll it's kind of adds an interesting dynamic to killing the trash mobs as you're going around. Just kind of, I think some people will enjoy the smuggler battle mechanic. I just can't deal with it because it's just not how I work, and plus if I'm buying a Star Wars game, it has to be a lightsaber. There's just something in my brain that goes, if I'm not using a lightsaber, then it's not really very right. Okay, so still got a couple of things to do, but I think I get a little bit lost in some cases. And sometimes if you help some people who are in the starting zones with you, you can kind of form groups with them, and then you can, when you get to the kind of when you get to the two-person heroic quests, you can do those together, and it means that you don't have to start spamming the chat for partners to do those quests with, which is a useful feature. So just finishing off this bonus quest, and you'll see that you don't have to do anything once you've finished it. You can just yeah, there you go. And I've leveled up to level 2, and I do enjoy the leveling thing. I think it's a nice touch. Also, you'll find that any veterans of World of Warcraft will know that you only get new abilities every other level, but I think at least up until level 10 you get a new ability every level, which I think is really cool. It just adds more of a reward system into the early leveling sections. So just about to be pretty much wrapping up this video. I hope I've given you a fairly good first look of what the Smuggler is like. I think I'm going to do a little bit more running around. Just a few announcements. I'm going to be running the StarCraft series with. I'll be doing some 1v1 tactic videos with Morpheus, and those will be starting in a couple of days' time. So I hope you enjoy playing the Old Republic, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Come back to the Confused Gamer next time. Thank you very much.